Another month, another set. This time we've got Hackers Slumber. Got 2 boxes as always. Let's get right into it. First off, before the boxes, just appreciate the playmat. We've got the Zenogre Garurumon and the Rathalos Greymon. This is from the crossover of the V-Pets. Figured, haven't whipped it out before. Before we get into the boxes, we have 2 pre-release event packs. Might as well go through both of them at the same time. For this time around, there's really nothing I'm looking for in terms of max raritying. The only thing really is like the Gallantmon, but I don't like getting pre-release event packs for rare cards, which the Gallantmon is a rare card. So nothing really. So aside from that, I guess only looking stuff for my friends, in which case Greymon and Garurumon are kind of cool. Maybe some of the CS rookies, though they have the box topper, and then like maybe Jessmon stuff like the Blanc CL and the option. That's really it. Let's take a look. Ooh, we did get the Seedramon. I think this one's going to be pretty good to have. My guess is it'll be one of the ones that might hold value. We'll see how it goes. And Gankumon, a Royal Knight. Got Royal Knight players as well. So that's pretty nice, but I don't know if any of them actually care about pre-release event stamps. Kind of got a sneak peek already, but yeah, we got the Machinedramon here. Unfortunate that it really doesn't have that much synergy with normal Machinedramon. It doesn't tuck anything in its sources. I think they did that on purpose though. It doesn't have Dark Masters either, so it's really just the CS slash Zaxxon body. And we have behind it Necromon. I have a friend playing Ghosts. Again, it's a rare. Not sure if they're going to be interested in that, but so moving on to the boxes. Figured let's do the same as we did last time. We'll take the first box, and I'm going to be yapping slash going through card by card, and then after the first box, we're going to do just a highlight box. Why can't I cut this? There we go. Being careful. Just do a highlight box after that, and we can go from there. For this set, in terms of alts, I'm really only looking for one Mastamon ult. The Gallantmon in this set doesn't have an ult, and nothing else in this set I am max raring. As always, I will be looking for playsets. But other than what I'm looking for, I know I have a friend looking for the Royal Base ults and the Ghost ults, and then other than that, I think it's Royal Knights ult. But before we get into that, we have our box promotion packs, our box topper. For this one, we have the Digimon Time Stranger promos in here. It's 4 per pack, but that's not 4 promos per pack. Instead of putting 2 box toppers, they decided to just do 1 pack. The first 2 cards are normal box toppers, which are all like the rookies, like I mentioned from CS, plus the new Jessmon token. Not the Jessmon token, the token that Jessmon plays. Get the official one. Speaking of, important to note, moving forward, they are going to be looking for effort that you have sourced the actual true token for the official events. I think for that, what they're mostly looking for is you're actually putting in some effort to try to get the real one, and B, I think the main thing is they don't want to see any custom art for those tokens. So I'm pretty sure even if you can't get these tokens or these are too expensive, I'm pretty sure even if you get these guys, which should be pretty cheap, or print your own from the ones that they have where they on the official site they show you the tokens. But if you just get these and fill them in, or again print your own, not print your own card with custom art, print your own token of those blank tokens, or again the tokens that they print and provide in the questionnaire, and then fill those in. But yeah, after those 2 on the back, the other 2 are going to be the Time Stranger promos, which there's going to be a bunch of the Tamers, plus the rookies, plus the level 6s. So let's take a peek. First things first, we got the Wormmon. Look at him. He's so happy. And behind that, I'm hoping for the token. Let's go. Athol, Ren, and Poor. That's what I was talking about. I like the tokens. I like having official tokens. That's a me thing. Behind this, I think the best promo to get is probably Minerva. Ooh, we got Asuna and Hiroko. I like it. I don't complain. Again, I think I've said this before on this channel, but I look for playsets anyway, so I'm never gonna complain. It just helps me. That's just 2 less promos for me to get. So next up, we have the actual packs. I did promise that I was gonna go through the set and then of EX10, but then I never did. I forgot how close it is, and I just got busy. I do have a video that it will be coming out. It's going to be going over my Ottawa tournament and my thoughts about how that went. So instead, I'm going to be going over my thoughts in general. This is new Garudamon. It's CS support mainly, but it is also decent if you are trying to run birds. Unfortunately, you don't have your rusher anymore, so that's kind of bad. But hey, it plays out a level 4 or lower as either CS or any of the bird stuff on deletion, and it gives raid. Not terrible. You have Ice Archery. These effects are so interesting. They are option cards with delay where you can use them again. Ice Archery is not that amazing. It just stuns a Digimon and a Tamer. Not the worst, but not amazing. We have Edamon, plays something. We have the unique emblem for Ghost. Wokenapom, this is a better one. Consulmon, Appmon, I don't think it's going to do much meta-wise. Ghostmon might do something. Might be like a Metallic Dramon effect where it's strong enough now that it does a lot, but given that there's on deletion gain of memory compared to the Tumblemon's effect strip gain of memory, which is very abusable, I don't think it's going to do as well, but I think it still has a chance. Seedramon, pretty good CS card, very good support for draw. New Sistermon, new Sakuyamon. Again, before I get to the Necromon, actually, I don't think this is going to affect Sakuyamon that much. It just on play when evolving and when attacking, sure, that's kind of nice. Only once per turn, minus 6k and can't evolve to one of their Digimon. That's all right. And on deletion, place this card face up as the bottom security. That's all right. That's not a Sakuyamon card though. Necromon obviously is a ghost card, nothing else. On play on deletion, play level 5 or lower with Ghost, pretty good, especially considering the new level 7 plays this, plays a level 6. So now you get it on play too. And then all turns, you can stop an attack by deleting this Digimon. So, and it has execute as always. And you see Genkumon. Thankfully, this Genkumon is not going to be as obnoxious as either of the previous Genkumons. And I don't think it's that good for Royal Knights either, because you need to return 3 cards with Huckmon, Sistermon, or Jessmon and names from trash to reduce him by 5. And all he does is on play when evolving, plays a token, and then delete a 6 cost, and then you can increase the effect. You can go up to 9 probably in Royal Knights at most. I'm guessing this will do 12, which is fine, but I feel like there are better ways to pop stuff. So yeah, I think this set is okay. I'm gonna be honest though, with all this Zaxxon CS stuff in here, it's kind of again where like similar to BT22, where if you're not running those, there's really no reason to buy this set. There's really no reason to buy it competitively. A lot of people are saying that Hoodimon and Mastemon, the secret rares of this set, are gonna make waves. I think they're gonna do okay. I don't know if they're gonna make waves. New Dynasmon is pretty good though. By trashing your top security card on play and when evolving, all your opponent's Digimon get minus 6k for the turn. This can stop stuff like Blue-Green Imperial and other type of partition effects that linger and stuff. Just get rid of them. It's only for the turn, so that part is unfortunate. But then it says also when your security stack is removed from, this gets sec +1, and then you can recover. So you can still do aggro with it, plus you could do recovery to slow down your opponent. And we have Fae. Very important card for a Royal base. That's another deck that's gotten a lot of support with this set. Honestly, the best cards in that for the support is a level 5 with actual genuine protection and an ace. I don't think it's the fact that it's an ace that it's good, it's just the effect on it is really good. It recovers, which that deck struggles with, and it unsuspends, which that deck struggled with. So very good additions. Plus the phase are actually a really good tamer as opposed to winner. We have Necromon and Dokamon. Dokamon is basically just Tweetmon, except it has the effect to play the tamer as its main effect, but it's just one linking, draw one. Which, yeah, I don't know about Appmon, man. They make the Appmons so weird. This one has an interesting effect with Poseidomon where only the highest DP can suspend, but given that most decks are OTKs and they're OTKs really with one stack, I don't know how that's going to go. I don't think it's going to do that much, but we'll see. We'll always see, but yeah, that's my current guess. Dynasmon again and Dokamon again. Just talking about him. There they come again. The other things that is cool that I have friends looking for is the ghost stuff, but also Examon. Now, Examon, that's a card that I'm really curious about. I still do feel like, oh, Galamon, there we go. Sorry, I'll get back to Examon in a sec. But Galamon, on play when evolving, till your opponent's turn ends, their effects can't play Digimon or Tamers from the trash. Unfortunately, it's only from the trash. But hey, it's a new Galamon that actually has a pretty decent effect, some kind of floodgate. This is an interesting effect to me because this is the first time we're seeing like kind of easy access to a floodgate effect. But it's kind of limited because it says from the trash only. If it just said can't play Digimon or Tamers by effect for the turn, or even until your opponent's turn ends, I would honestly, even if it was just for the turn, it would be so good. But then it also has on play when evolving when attacking not once per turn, delete an opponent's 8k for each of their Digimon or Tamers, add 2k. So essentially, at minimum, delete a 10k, keeping in mind you're going to have sources if you're playing this in Gallantmon that pump that up. Otherwise, they just have two things on the field, again, Digimon or Tamers. 12k, easy. Good pop effect. Unfortunately, though, you don't get an ability if you don't pop. If it had some way to gain DP, for example, because it's only 11k, if it didn't pop, I think that would be nice. Though, on the plus side, it's good against War Greymon, Black War Greymon specifically, because as we all know, you attempt to pop him, they could have protection, and you don't want to be at too big. Otherwise, they have protection from your effect for good. And behind that, we have Beautymon, which is just like cheapy Mastimon almost. But again, more Appmon support. I don't know. I don't think that's going to do much. I keep saying it, but it's just Appmon is such a weird. It's such a weird archetype in general. Oh my god, we got all the CS options in here. Wormmon, Lady Devimon, Rosemon. Rosemon's interesting because unlike Sakuyamon and unlike Machinedramon, this one actually supports Rosemon. On play when evolving by suspending one Digimon or Tamer until your opponent's turn ends, one of the Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend. Great effect. And it has opponent's turn. When one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the attack target to one of your Digimon of Vegetation, Plant, Fairy, or CS trait. That is great because this is really good Bloom support. You can suspend one of your own things for its one evolving effect, and on the opponent's turn, you can you can redirect to any of your Digimon in Bloom Lord. Plus, it has Fortitude, which means if it's deleted, bam, play it back. Get the on play, stun something else. Pretty good card, honestly, for Bloom. I don't think that's enough for Bloom to come back, but it's a good card for Bloom. Phoenixmon is also an interesting one. I think this one is more similar to Machine and Sakuya, where I don't think it's really that good on its own. On play when evolving when attacking, delete a 9k, then you may return 3 non-digi eggs from trash to bottom deck. That's it. It's like, okay, sure, it's some graveyard hate, but it's not that good. And then on deletion, place this card face up as a bottom security card. So Phoenixmon X doesn't even benefit from gaining that on deletion. I don't know, man. Cyberdramon, on the other hand, delete one of your opponent's Digimon of 5 cost or less. That's fine. However, all turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area by trashing one of your option cards in the battle area, it doesn't leave. And that's the same effect for the inherit. It just says it has to be a Cyberdramon or Justimon in name or CS trait. But that's actually good. Justimon got protection. It's only while you have option cards, but I mean, that's what the new Justimon deck wants to do anyway. And behind that, we have new Magnamon. Pretty good for Royal Knights. It's a blocker, like the other Magnamon. On play one evolving, draw one. So you're getting that draw immediately instead of having to wait till the next turn or when it leaves the thing. And then one of your Digimon Royal Knights or CX can't be returned to hand or deck by your opponent's effect, which can be really important against certain matchups, especially like the Mirror. You stop OmniX from bottoming you, for example. So overall, a much needed improvement for that Magnamon. Cannon Beamon is what I was talking about. As always for the level 5 Royal Base, it gives all Digimon with Royal Base block her while it's in security. And then all turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area, other than by your effects, by flipping your top face-up security face down, it doesn't leave. That does not mean that your top security card has to be face up. It's just from all your face-up security cards, the top one is what gets flipped face down. So again, protection is pretty big for that. Angemon with barriers, alright. And Telamon with Alliance. It has all turns when any of your cards with the Beast or Beastkin are played until your opponent's turn and one of their Digimon can't activate one evolving effect. I don't think that's good. Inherit can give something minus 4k, that's better. But I don't think that's that good in like a Lopmon Terriermon type deck. But you know, it's alright. Oh, Wasmon is also pretty good for Royal Base because finally they have Tamer play. If you have one of your Tamers, you may play a Tamer card with Royal Base in text from your hand. And again, they specified Royal Base in text, so you can play either the new Fae or the old winner, or any of the new winners probably. Marine Angemon. This one's interesting. It might be SecCon coming back. We'll have to wait and see. I feel like you can run Marine Angemon and Dark Masters as well. Could be a neat tech there. Because it says hand main if you have a Digimon Tamer with the CS trait, by paying 5 cost, give 3 of your opponent's tech -1, and then you place it top security card. And then in security, at the end of battle, you play it, and then at the end of turn, you delete it. And then when on play when evolving, you return one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to the hand. So I think this could be Security Con maybe coming back. We'll see. And Jumomon, we have Bancholiamon. Not really worth talking about. It's not good support for the Axel trait. I don't know why they didn't make it support for Axel trait, but that's whatever. Craniamon. This guy is just terrifying rare. I honestly am surprised he's not an SR. He's got Reboot Blocker. He's got all turns on any of your Digimon or Tamers would leave the battle area by your opponent's effect. So leave the battle area, great generic protection. Digimon or Tamers, even better. And then it says by suspending this Digimon, so the only thing you need to worry about is this Digimon being unsuspended, which it has a reboot, which means it's probably going to be unsuspended. They don't leave, and that's great. The only thing is, it says one of those Digimon don't leave, so if you're doing a board wipe, it only stops one thing from leaving. That's a bit unfortunate. But, on the other hand, it says all turns, when this Digimon suspends, delete all your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. Pretty good. It's a pretty good, especially 11 cost in Royal Knights, that's huge. And Ojamon. Pretty good aggro effect for the Apmon and Poseidonmon deck because it has like Sec +1, so it might be like splashable. But again, Apmons they don't feel like fully complete decks. We have Garudamon here, Elizamon. This is the only Dragonkin / Reptile Liberator support in the whole set. Whatever. Still a new rookie. That deck was missing out on rookies, so that's kind of nice. Gekomon, Bakemon, Yugo. Yugo is the Zaxxon main guy. Have 2 or less memory, you set it to 3. On play by adding top security card, you may place one Digimon with the Zaxxon trait from your hand or trash face up. And then end of turn by suspending this Tamer, one of your level 6s with Machine or Zaxxon may attack player. I don't think Zaxxon's going to do much. I don't think that Tamer's going to do much. That's kind of the end of that. Phantomon, hand main. If you have Violet inputs, you can put a Bake under a Ghost and Evo. That's the same as all the other previous Liberator level 5s recently, and then it has the good effect on deletion play at level 4 or lower. Cyberdramon again, and ooh, our first SR, Belphemon X. I actually forgot Belphemon X is in this. I think it's good. I think it might do something. Especially because Belphemon stops attacks, can play level 4s after the attack, because the attack is usually what's popping stuff, or the evolution. You know what? The deck might do well, especially because this has Rush and Piercing, keeping in mind that normal Belphemon at the start of your turn trashes the sleep mode, and then it gains Sec +1. It can gain Sec +1. And then it says, when evolving, you delete all Digimon with the all opponent's Digimon with the highest level. Then, if you have Belphemon, a card with Belphemon and its evolution cards, it can attack without suspending. And we know how strong it is to attack without suspending. And then at the end of attack, it can evolve into a sleep mode in the trash. So, you go back to your turn, Belphemon, you swing, you evo into this, you swing, your passing turn, bam, go back to sleep mode, you're good. And I think that's really good. And you could do it after the first attack too, if you're trying to be super safe. And I forgot to mention that part too, but it says evolve level 6 with Belphemon in name and without the X antibody. So it can evo on either Belphemon, which is honestly all good. That's all positives. Yeah, so we have new Eater Bit. This one is, I think, needed for the deck. It's basically anti-Floodgate. 3-cost on play, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. And then all turns when any of your other Digimon, the Eater or Hoodie, would leave the battle area by deleting this Digimon or placing it at the bottom Digivolution card of your mother in breeding. One of those Digimon doesn't leave. Protection and anti-Floodgate, and has the inherit to reduce cost. All good. Eater Legion, on the other hand, I don't know how good it is. You evolve on Erica, but in my opinion, Erica is not that great for the deck. We'll have to see. If you have Mother Eater in the breeding area, you may play up to 6 play costs total worth of Digimon with the Eater trait from your hand without paying cost. It's a strong effect. I don't know if it's good enough, especially because it's a 3-cost Evo on Erica, and then an 8-cost to play. Goro, Oja, and another SR, Cheetos. Honestly, in terms of the whole hoodie loop stuff that people talk about, this is probably going to be most expensive SR. Hoodiemon obviously is going to be most expensive card from the new stuff because that's a secret rare. It says start of your main, if you have a Digimon with a CS, you gain a memory, so you don't need your opponent to have a Digimon. It's just if you have a CS. And then on play, you may play 1-cost 5 or lower Digimon with the hoodie without paying cost. It's just straight up. And then all turns when any of your hoodie trait Digimon suspend. By suspending this tamer, you give one thing minus 3k. So it helps you pop stuff. It plays out your body. Probably going to be an Ankylomon, which I didn't read, but Ankylomon gives something minus 2k and then lets 2 things evolve into Shakomon. Shakomon go crazy. It can de-digivolve, so you're popping something with protection, maybe something like that, right? Like it's really good. Wamon is actually an interesting card for pre-release. Pre-release, this is a sleeper hit. It evos for 3. It's a 9k body, and all turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effect. So basically, if your opponent tries to remove it in whatever way possible, or if it's gonna die in security, play a level 4 or lower. Blue or CS trait Digimon from its evolution card. So honestly, great, and even great in CS and in aquatic and sea animal, not just in CS. And you get it as an inherit too. Honestly, great. Especially great for pre-release. Keep an eye out for that. Though that's probably too late. Justimon Blitz Arm. This one, they might have cooked with Justimon. I still don't know if it's going to be good enough, but they might have cooked. It has blocker, on play when evolving when attacking by trashing one option card in the battle area. This one includes your opponent's battle area. You delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. Pretty good. And it also says when options in the battle area are trashed, this Digimon unsuspends. Then your opponent's Digimon effects don't affect this Digimon for the turn. So this also includes if they used a training or a mem boost. bam, you have this on the field, you can unsuspend it, and it's unaffected. My only concern is that they already printed Justimon X, and Justimon X only gets one attacking effect from the Justimons and its sources, so you do get to trash an option card, you do get to delete something, but you don't get to unsuspend, you don't get to be unaffected. I think that's the thing I'm worried about. Ooh, and Poseidomon. So this is the card I was kind of talking poorly about. It's the new Appmon. It has Evade and Link +1, so it can protect itself once from deletion. That's kind of cool. On play when evolving, when attacking, you can link one Digimon with Appmon from your hand or this Digimon's evolution cards to this Digimon without paying the cost. That's pretty normal for the Appmon level 6s. And then all turns when this Digimon gets linked, by unsuspending it, other than their highest play cost Digimon, none of your opponent's Digimon can suspend. So basically, while this is suspended, if you link, which again, you can link when attacking, you unsuspend it, and then only their highest Digimon can suspend, which also includes, that means they can't use Alliance, that means they can't use any effects like Digiresorb or Hidden Potential or anything like that. And it's a blanket effect, so it doesn't need to stay on the board. It can slow down your opponent. It's not nothing, but you kind of need 2 Uja, and then like, I guess maybe you play Omni X in the deck. So if you had one from Wujo from source, one from hand, you could do Sec +1, Sec +2, you clear security, and then what? You flood. Maybe if you have Omni, you finish the game. It's okay. It might do something, but the Appmon's inconsistencies in general, I don't know if I can call it those resolved. But hey, you know what? It's not nothing. That's what's important. It's not absolutely nothing. Like the I don't remember what the yellow one was. There was the white yellow Appmon. That one I think actually had a very much nothing effect. It just like spreads the board and does nothing. You know what? Since we're talking about Appmon, let's talk about Eerie. It says when any of your Digimon get linked by suspending the tamer, one of them gets 3k until opponent's turn, and then one of your Digimon may app fuse. That's alright! It's another, you can app fuse. Not bad. That's always good. Ooh, then we got Examon. This guy is, honestly, he's terrifying. My only concern here, you know what? I'll go over the effect first. It has Piercing, Sec +1, Partition level 5, green and blue. It DNAs from a green and a blue level 6, or it can evolve on a green, blue, or red level 6 for 5, or a level 6 with CS for 5. On play, when evolving, you suspend 5 Digimon or Tamers, so you're basically going to be suspending the whole field. Then, none of your opponent's Digimon can unsuspend in their next unsuspend phase. That's unfortunate that it's only in their next unsuspend phase, but that's fine. Then this Digimon may attack, so you can even hard evo an attack. Nothing is tied to DNA evolving. And then your turn, when your opponent's security stack is removed from, you trash one of their option, then delete one of their suspended Digimon or Tamers. That's kind of strong. The concern here is you still need to get into a level 7 Examon, so I'm not sure what deck is going to need it. This is kind of blue-green Imperial support. This can mean like really terrifying stuff. But it's a good card. I just realized I put the SRs on the side. So there's Examon, and we also had Poseidomon. Put them here. Yeah, so it's alright. It's good. It's good. It's terrifying. It's a really good effect. But I'm thinking like in an Examon deck. Whoops. Well, we leaked this back. Let's just go through it. Sister Mont Blanc is great. It's basically instead of draw 1 on play you add your top security and then you recover. So instead of just drawing 1, you're drawing 1 from some type of security, which is great if you don't know what it is, because it's basically effectively RNG-wise the same as drawing from your deck, and then you're recovering 1. And if you have 0 security, you play this. Obviously, you're not going to draw your top security card because you don't have any, but then you still recover 1. So that's good. And it even has, when this Digimon suspends, one of your other Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon with Huckmon in its name, or Royal Knights, or CS, in the hand or trash, and reducing the evolution by 1. So really good for Jesmon. On the other hand, we have Eater Eden, which can evolve on the Legion which is the one that evolves on Erica. On play, when evolving, you return one of your opponent's play cost 6 or lower Digimon or Tamers to the bottom of the deck. For each of your Mother Eaters, the evolution cards in the breeding area, add 1 to this effect's play cost maximum. And it's already starting at 6. So if you have 4 sources on your Mother Eater in the breeding area, you're playing another Eater, eat it if you really want to, because it doesn't actually stop you from doing that. And then all turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area, other than by your effect, you may play 1 Eater trait Digimon card from your hand without paying the cost. And you know you're going to be tucking this under. And end of opponent's turn, you delete one of your opponent's lowest play cost Digimon. It's not bad. It's strong. I still don't think it fixes that deck's problems. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, for the Examon, because it's Examon, it's not really that consistent, and it gives your opponent a lot of memory. So I do worry that deck is really gonna fall flat, though the effect is really good. And speaking of a really good effect, this Monodramon is actually pretty good too. Start of your main phase by trashing 1 card with the Dragonkin, Cyborg, Device, or CS. So it really gets everything for Justy. If you treasure from your hand, you draw 1 and gain a memory. Amazing start of main effect, in my opinion. You have Phantom and Eater Legion, Lady Devi, Fae again. I never went over what it does, but it says start of your main. Again, if you have a Digimon with the Royal Base or CS, gain a memory. So your opponent doesn't need to have a Digimon, you can still gain the memory. All turns when cards are placed face up in your security stack, if any of them have the Zaxxon or Royal Base, I like that they added that so this doesn't become splashable in something else that puts face up cards. You can suspend this Tamer, gain a memory. If you have 7 or less cards in hand, draw 1. Pretty good. And then Violet Imboots. Huge for the Ghost deck because it says your turn. When any of your Digimon evolve into a Digimon with a Ghost trait, by suspending this Tamer, that Digimon gains Rush. Great combo with Execute. And also with previous Violet Imboots, which when you play a Ghost can let you evolve for cheaper. It also has start of main phase like the other ones. By returning this Tamer to the bottom of the deck, you could play a Violet Imboots from your hand. And if you don't have a Digimon, you can also play a Ghostmon from trash. Really good effect. But yeah, Examon, not sure if it's going to be consistent. We'll have to see. Similarly, honestly, for the Hoodiemon loop and what people call the Mastemon loop, maybe Mastemon is going to be more so consistent. But Hoodiemon, the thing is, you're gonna need to have so many level 4s in your hand in order to execute that combo. So doesn't worry me there. But yeah, I do actually want 1 Mastemon alt. I was talking about alts that I was looking for. I do want 1 Mastemon alt for my wife because it's a pretty card. We have King Drazel, 76. I'm surprised this wasn't an egg. We knew this was coming. I kind of like that it's not an egg. And then it also it has Hand Main. By paying 3 cost, placing this card as a bottom evolution card of your King Drazel 76 or Mother Eater in the breeding area, draw 1. Amazing. For 3 costs, you just get a source. Can be really powerful, especially because those decks I feel like, I mean, not Mother, because Mother has a ton of 3 cost stuff, but the Royal Knights definitely I feel like struggle with having some plays. Like if they have ability to play an 11 cost for free, then sometimes they don't know what else to do with their memory. Cool Boy helped with that. Come maybe helped with that, but this is 3 costs, which is actually really good in my opinion. It also has when all your turns, when any of your Digimon with the Royal Knights or CS are played, by suspending this Digimon, one of the played Digimon gains Rush, Raid, Reboot, Blocker until your opponent's turn ends. That would be pretty good if you can get it on the battle area for cheap, because it is 6 costs. But then you look at the Inherit, and the Inherit says in breeding at the start of your main, if this Digimon has 6 or more evolution cards, i.e. the stack, you may play 1 Digimon card with King Drizzle in its name from its evolution cards without paying the cost. So once you get 5 in stack, and then you play this under there too, now suddenly at the start of main, you can play this for free. You can play another body, gets Rush, Raid, Reboot, Blocker. Bam. That's pretty good. That's not nothing. And if it stays until your next start of main, with Royal Knights, this is just getting tucked back in. And even with Mother, you can tuck it back in because of CS, I'm pretty sure. And behind that, we see Erica. So this is what I was talking about. Its security effect plays it without paying the cost. At start of main, if you have a Digimon with CS, gain a memory. Not bad for stuff so far. End of turn, by suspending this tamer, return one of your Digimon with Hoodie trait to the hand. You may play one level 3 with the CS trait from your hand into the empty breeding area without paying the cost. What is this for? In terms of, sorry, let me specify. How does this help eaters? I know Erica doesn't really help eaters, but how does this help eaters? Like, at least Yuko and Arata helped eater decks as well as their own decks. But how does this help eaters? It has an inherent when this Digimon is Hoodimon, Eater Legion, or Eater Eden, it gains Alliance. But I don't really think that helps much. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, like unironically, I feel bad saying it, but like I really don't think it does much. I mean, maybe it gives them aggro. Let me take a quick peek again at Eater Legion. Like, Eater Legion has, sure, yeah, Eater Legion has Alliance on its own. So Alliance plus Alliance and Eater Legion on Evo lets you play 6 cost total from your hand. So you Evo for 3 onto this, play 2 sushi rolls, then you swing, you alliance with both. You're at 10k swinging 3 checks. It's not nothing, but I don't think it's good enough. I'm worried that it's not good enough, is I guess what I should say. That deck still struggles with really having that much of an end plan. Rosemon, Magnamon, and Yunogi. This is a strong card, especially for pre-release. But man, that's not the alt I wanted to see. Start of your main, if your opponent has a Digimon, you gain 1. And then when any of your Digimon with CS would be deleted, by returning this tamer to the bottom of the deck, you place one of those Digimon as your top security. Honestly, huge combo with the Marine Angemon that deletes itself at the end of turn when it gets checked in security, because it's an all turns effect, but not the ult you want to see, but it's the ult we got. That's fine. I'm still going to sleeve it up. Where did I put my sleeves? Here we go. Sleeve that bad boy up. It is an alt after all, but I don't think it's going to be worth much, and I don't even know anyone on my locals looking for it. Who knows? Maybe I'll do actually a display of like all the CS Tamers alts, because I did enjoy CyberSlueth and Hacker's Memory. But yeah, not that great a card. Pretty fun in pre-release, honestly. In pre-release, the card was a bit of a menace. I did misplay a little at the beginning with it. I thought it said by... I honestly, in the beginning, thought it said by suspending it, because all Tamers usually do their effect when they suspend, but that was incorrect. And then I thought it was returned to hand, but that was incorrect. It was returned to... Ooh, Hoodie! I was yapping. Hoodie's great. I'm glad that we got a normal secret rare. Helps with my playsets. It says, on play when evolving, and play a 5 cost or lower CS trait card from your hand without paying the cost. So that's a Digimon or a Tamer, because it's a play cost. If it was a use cost, then you can use option, or if it just said cost. And then to one of your opponent's Digimon, give minus 3k for each of your Hoodie. So at minimum, it's going to be minus 3k. Ideally, you play another Hoodie Digimon and you get more. Keeping in mind, I glossed over it. I don't, but all the new Hoodie level 3s have the inherent when attacking, you may play a play cost 5 or lower Digimon with Hoodie from your hand. So if you have this in sources too, suddenly you go Evo, play a level 5 or lower. Ideally, you play like Cheetos and you play another Hoodie Digimon, and so now it's well, first you do minus 3k only, but then the Cheetos would do minus 2k, and then when attacking, you can return one of your CS trait Tamers to the hand, CS trait Tamer specifically, you activate the on play again. And so the ideal combo here, especially for the loop, for people who are aware, is you go Evo Hoodimon on like Tentomon, for example, or Wormmon, because then it's 3 costs instead of 4. And then you play Cheetos. Then you have to finish the one evolving, which says to give something minus 3k for each hoodie. You'll only have Hoodiemon, that's fine. You give something minus 3k. Cheetos' on play will then trigger. You play an Ankylomon. Ankylomon on play minus 2k, so that's minus 5k so far. Then you attack. You use Tentomon's effect. You play another Hoodie Digimon. And let's say you do Ankylo again. So that's minus 2k again. 7k. Minus 7k total. Return Cheetos to hand. With Hoodiemon when attacking, play another Hoodie. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 Hoodie. That's 3, 6, 9, 12k to something. You can do minus 5 and minus 12. So you pop a level 4, pop a level 6, or pop just one level 7. Really big popping effects. Important thing to know for the Tentomon is whatever you played can't evolve and has to be deleted. But Hoodiemon herself has Alliance. So anyway, back to the loop. You then can go and evo into Shakumon because you could DNA with yellow and then black or blue, and yellow is first, so Hoodiemon goes and Kilomon on the bottom. But actually for the loop, you can't use Tentomon. You use the previous CS level 3s, where those have the inherits to tuck the top card under. So you tuck the Shako under, your new stack you've DNA'd, so you attack again, play out another body, DNA again, swing, so on and so forth. So it is a loop, but at the end of the day, you only get 5 swings total. Hoodiemon DNA, Hoodiemon DNA, Hoodiemon DNA, Hoodiemon DNA, and then your last swing is after you DNA. So 5 swings total. That's still good because Hoodiemon has Alliance, like I mentioned. So you are doing a lot of checks. So you only actually need to DNA 3 times because you do Hoodiemon, then you DNA. So you did 2 checks and you're unsuspended. You tuck under, you do Hoodiemon again, and then you DNA. That's 4 checks and you're unsuspended. Tuck under, do Hoodiemon, then you DNA, and then you do the last check. So you need 3 DNAs. That gives you 4 swings. You do 6 security checks, and then 1 last for lethal. It's still a lethal, but that's so many cards in hand, right? Because every single time you need a new level 4, which is why I said back when I opened my pre-release stand card, I think the Siegermon's really good because that one says when it suspends, you get to draw a card, which is great. But yeah, it's something. It's something to be wary of. I do wonder if it's going to do anything in the meta. We have Matadormon. We did get a lot of undead support here. I don't think any of it has good payoff. Because like the Matador one, the level 5 has Scapegoat, that's decent. And then on play when evolving, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower. Then if this Digimon evolved from trash, you may play a 3 cost lower with Undead. That's good. Good for going wide with the deck needs. But going wide as a strategy without a crazy payoff is not good. Its inherit is when any of your other Digimon would leave the battle area. By deleting this Digimon, they don't leave. So you're deleting your level 6 stack when your level 4 gonna leave? That doesn't make sense. And we have another Gallantmon. I like that. We're getting to the end here. This video is getting a bit long, so we want to kind of blitz through. But real quick, we have like 6 or 7 packs. We've opened 5 SRs. We've gotten both our hits. So 2 SRs left, and maybe an SB. You never know. We could find an SB. Speaking of support, though, start out your main phase by trashing 1 card with an Undead, Dark Animal, or CS trait from hand, gain a memory. And when attacking, one of your Digimon may evolve into a Digimon with an Undead or Dark Animal trait and trash. I wonder if this is going to get used in Lugamon. That's actually like my main thought there. Because you can definitely use it in Lugamon. Ooh, Shakumon. Here we go. Because this is a CS, that's why it's important for it. Like, honestly, it's just a CS, DNA, level 5. That's what makes it good. Even better is that it evolves yellow and then blue or black, level 4. When evolving until your opponent's turn ends, one of their Digimon has started main. This Digimon attacks. Good, in general. Then if DNA evolving, de-Digivolve one of their Digimon. Really good, because if your opponent has a pesky level 6 or something, or even threatening an ace with a level 5, you de-Digivolve 1. That's great. When this Digimon would leave the battle area, other than by your effect, you may play 1 level 4 or lower yellow, black, or CS trait Digimon from its evolution cards without paying cost. pretty good. Same as the Inherit. So you only play one, but it's better than Partition because it's just leaving the battle area other than by your effects. And we have a Takumi Aiba. New Takumi Aiba is an SR. Start our main phase, opponent has Digimon, gain a memory. Any of your Digimon with CS trait would leave the battle area by suspending this tamer and trashing 2 same level cards from one of your CS trait Digimon's Digivolution cards. They don't leave. So this protects everything by just trashing 2 same level from one of your CS. Pretty good protection. I don't think CS in general is going to be good. I think Hoodie's going to be good. And like I mentioned, it's so piece reliant that I can't imagine that you run it. Though it might be something that's worth considering just to have the protection. We'll see how that shakes up. We have Eater Eden here and Kyusuke. So we have the main protagonist from CS and the main protagonist from Hacker's Memory. Kyusuke says, start of your main, if you have 2 less memory, set it to 3. End of your turn by suspending this tamer, returning one of your Digimon with Hoodie in its trait to the hand. You may play 1 tamer card with CS from your hand without paying the cost. And in all turns, all your Hoodie get plus 1k. I don't think it's that good. Like maybe in a CS deck that is running a lot of Hoodie Digimon, you get to play your tamers out faster. But I mean, you already had Mirai for that, honestly. So I'm not a big believer. Lilamon actually also pretty good for Bloomlord, actually, while I'm here. It says if you have a Yuko Kamishiro, that's not going to happen, or CS Trait Digimon. You could reduce the cost by 3. I don't think that's amazing. But on play when evolving, by suspending 1 Digimon, again, yours or your opponent's, until your opponent's turn ends, their effect can't return one of your Digimon with Vegetation, Plant, or Fairy in any of traits to hand or deck. Protection from bounce can be pretty good. And then Inherit says when this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, trash their top security guard, plus the piercing. Can be good. It can be good for that deck. I do wonder if Bloomlord is going to come back, but at minimum, Bloomlord fans get new cards to play with. I think that's good. Then we have 7th Penetration. Hopefully I don't get demonetized for saying that, though I don't think my channel's monetized yet at all, but that's fine. This is the Belphemon X effect, so it has trash on your turn when any of your Digimon evolve into Belphemon X. By returning this card to the bottom of the deck, you activate the main. Main says delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as high or higher a level as the number of cards in your hand. So you want low hand size. If you have 4 cards in hand, you delete a level 4 or higher. That kind of thing. Security is also activate main. Not bad. And then we have Huckmon. Huckmon's also pretty good. More Searcher for that deck. I don't know why it needs more Searchers. It already has the best Searcher, but the Searcher has an Inherit. Whatever. The Inherit is gain memory. It's what you want to see. Whatever. I'm not salty. I swear, Huckmon has the best Searchers. So frustrating sometimes. But I guess the deck needs it because it has a lot of pieces it needs to find. So whatever. Actually, whoa. I kind of glossed over. Sanglob mods. Digimon when attacking, it may evolve into an Undead or CS in trash. Inherit when attacking, one of your Digimon may evolve into Undead or Dark Animal in the trash. Pretty good. Just straight up, pretty good. Like, I don't know what else to say about that. Gankumon and Eerie. So at this point, yeah, we have 3 packs left. We're just looking for that SP. Fingers crossed. I think the Massimon is going for 500, 800. I don't know, something like that. Either Bit, Berja, Wamon, Wokenapom, Cordmon, Gotsu, Greymon. Ooh, Greymon and Garurumon. I didn't go over those. One of them has Raid, one of them has Jamming. I think Jamming is better. And it has Evolve on level 3 Red and Blue for 2, both of them. It has Main. By placing this Digimon's top stack card as its bottom, you may play 1 Gabumon or Nokia from your hand with a pay cost reduced by 2. So you're playing a Gabumon for 1, BT5 Nokia for 1, or the new BT23 Nokia for 3. Better than nothing, but a bit pricey for that play cost. We have Shakumon and Sistermon CL. Blocker, on play delete a Digimon with a play cost of 4 or less. And then all turns, when this Digimon suspends, de-Digimon one of your opponent's Digimon. So we have synergy, more synergy with Alliance, because that's the direction that they wanted to go. is more Alliance stuff, which makes sense. Genkumon already gives everything reboot blocker, so that's good. Magnamon and Violet Inboots. And then last pack, do we get an SP? Let's take a look. Wabam! Hoodie, Net Cafe, Lop, Nano, Werguru, Antila, Strike, Big Bang Punch. This is the Garurumon I was talking about. Rosemon, Betamon, Matador, and Cyberdramon. No SP. See you in the next box. All right, box number 2. So for this box, I think I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, where I'm going to do like the hits only, except I'm not going to be yapping as much. So I'm going to do one super mega pack. But first, before that, box promotion pack. Let's see what we get. Bam, Gatsumon. That's cool. Athel, Ren, and Poor. Is this second card always the token? I hope so. I actually would like that if that's true. Or did I just get lucky? Now, honestly, 3 times in a row, because I got the box topper got raffled in the pre-release I went to, and I got Athel, Ren, and Poor in that as well. Maybe it's in all of them. In which case, honestly, good on Bandai. Making it cheaper, which is really good because, like I mentioned, they're going to be more strict about using official tokens. Then we have Promo, Minervamon, awesome. Just the card I wanted to see. It has Alliance, on play when evolving, play a level 4 lower with Avian Bird, Beast Animal, or Sovereign other than Sea Animal in any of its traits, or the TS trait Time Stranger from your hand without paying the cost. Pretty decent. When attacking, you may play level 4 Digimon card with Avian Bird, Beast Animal, or Sovereign other than Sea Animal in any of its traits, or the TS trait from your trash without paying the cost. Pretty good. You get it in both. It's Alliance. It evos on level 5 with Beastkin or Time Stranger trait for a cost of 3. I can see why this is the one that is most looked for. And then we also have, another Asuna. Alright, let's put that over there. Catch you at the end. We'll do a Chaos Control! And we're back. All right, ready for the dopamine? Remember, first card is always going to be rare, and then we can see maybe a hit. And we're looking for 7 SRs, and a secret or an alt, and another alt, and hopefully an SP. Let's go. Craniumon. I gotta hide stuff more. Craniumon, Wujamon, Shakomon, Wujamon, Blitzarm, Craniumon. No hits yet. Eden, Blanc, Matador. Ooh, you go alt. I was just talking about how I don't think it's gonna do much. That's fine. Shakomon. Oh my god, so many Shakomon. CL, Blanc, Erica. Oh no, I spoiled it. Doka, Kyusuke. Again, I was talking about I was not gonna do much. That is fine. Now we have 2 alts that I'm gonna use for the binder. Eden, CL, Gallant, Cheetos. That's actually nice to see. Jessmon. I'm going to stop and talk about this. I like Jessmon. It has Rush and Alliance, so the Rush is great for Royal Knights. One evolving and one attacking. No on play, but because it has Rush, you should be able to get that one attacking. You may play one Athel, Ren, and Poor token, or from your hand or trash, one Digimon with Systemon in its name without paying the cost. So really, really good, generic, up to you, modal type effect. This effect can't play cards with the same names as any of your Digimon. So if you already have an Athel, Ren, and Poor, you can't play another one. If you have already a Systemon Blanc, you can't play another one. And then, your turn, when any of your other Digimon are played, this Digimon may attack. It's confusing because it's a when attacking. So I guess you could play something to pop something and then attack. That's kind of nice, but still a really good card for Royal Knights. Speaking of Magnamon, Violet, King Drazel, Eerie, Blitzarm, King Drazel, Necro, Ganku, 7th penetration. We already see the Ryuji. I'm trying not to spoil, but it's kind of hard. Ryuji is also cool. Start of your main, if you have a CS trait Digimon, gain a memory. Pretty good to see. On play until your opponent's turn and their effects can't reduce the DP of one of your hoodie. And it gains reboot and blocker. Not that great considering it's on play, but you saw with Hoodiemon you get to play over and over. That's kind of cool. And then all turns, when any of your hoodie trait Digimon suspend, by suspending this tamer, you may use one single color CS option card from your hand without paying cost. So no Justimon support unless you're using Justimon top end specifically in hoodie deck. That's fine. It's pretty good for the hoodie deck though. Ooh, Tiger Vestmon Ace. This is what I was talking about. Great actual finisher, either itself or with the Queen Bee. On play, when evolving, by placing one Royal Base or Zaxxon trait from your hand or trash face up as the bottom security card, return one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon to the hand. And obviously you know that the Royal Base stuff has plus 1k, the level 3s and 4 has plus 1k in security, so that's pretty good. And then all turns, when this Digimon suspends, by flipping your top face up security card face down, one of your Digimon unsuspend. So with Queen Beemon, you play this boy out, you swing Alliance with it, and then you unsuspend the Queen Bee by flipping the top card face down. Or if you immediately go into this and you have already 5 cards face up in security, that's 6 swings right there. Pretty good. Dynasmon, Dokamon, 7th Penetration, Blanc, Cyberdramon, Magnamon, Necromon, and Grand Dracmon. So this is the level 6 for that Undead and Dark Animal. Start of your main phase, and on deletion, one of your Digimon may evolve into a level 6 or lower Undead or Dark Animal trait from trash without paying cost. So it's good that it's without paying cost, unlike the level 4 and level 3. This is why the Matadormon can kill itself, is I guess the idea is you had another Matadormon that you evolved, and then you can go into another Grand Dracmon. It's not terrible, but I don't think it's that good. When evolving, you may play one level 4 or lower from trash, and all turns, when any of your Digimon evolve from trash, delete all your opponent's lowest level Digimon. But that's only once per turn, so you can't delete that many. And that's an SR. And then we have Dullahamon. This time we're actually getting a varied SR, not just the same SR in both boxes, if you guys saw the Sinister Order box opening I did. It has Piercing, Sec +1, and Execute. Finally, Execute it's good. It's good now, because you have Piercing and Sec +1, not just Sec +1 on its own. When evolving, you delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level, and if you don't delete, this just gets plus 5k, so it doesn't die in security. And if they protected, now you're plus 5k, so you're 19k, so you're more likely to be able to swing over with that piercing. On deletion, you just play a level 6, which is really good. And then guess what? If you have the old Violet, you can evolve into this one. And then guess what? If you have the new Violet, you can give it Rush and you can execute again. Cool stuff. Okay, that's Duahamon, Huckmon, Beautymon, Faye, and Violet in boots. So bam, bam, bam. Went through it quick. Hope you liked this box opening. I'm pretty happy overall. Got a variety of SRs. I don't think there's a single SR I didn't get. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, I got at least one of every SR. I'm happy with that. Alts aren't that good. I'm fine with that. Didn't get Mastemon. I really hope it's not that expensive. I think the Hoodiemon might be more expensive. We'll see. But yeah, because I'm gonna have to be picking up those. But yeah, see you guys next time. Bye-bye. In the meantime, let me know what you're excited about in this set. Let me know what you guys are building. Let me know if I missed any fun interactions or if I'm undervaluing any of these cards by my just pretty quick judgment on this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video, where I'm going to be talking about my run in the Ottawa Regional.